Now look at this for a moment. Let that diagram represent you. We are somewhere in here. Where are we? On page 35. I would recommend you pay really close attention to this. There's a power flowing into your consciousness. And you have a choice of what you're going to do with it. You have that choice. On one side is ignorance, and the other side is knowledge. Ignorance is simply not knowing. Now, as this power flows in, we can choose what we're going to do. Make no mistake, it never stops flowing. It's flowing to and through us, constantly, even while we're sleeping. Why would a person choose to do that with that power that's flowing in? When it flows in, it's unadulterated. It's a pure, unadulterated creative power. Why would a person do that? Well, they do that because they're looking at their results and they're trying to figure out how they're going to make it work, and they don't know how to make it work, so they doubt themselves or they start worrying. They have taken a power that has no form. It's just a clear, unadulterated creative power flowing in, and instantly and automatically they turn it into a negative concept. Now, they don't just hold that in their conscious mind. Almost simultaneous to entertaining it, on a conscious level, they impress it upon their subjective mind. Now, the negative idea impressed upon the subjective mind puts you in a negative emotional state. And that's what fear is. That, whatever's impressed must be expressed through the body. So it manifests as anxiety. Now, what does a person usually do when they're in that state? They usually get Valium or something like that and drug themselves. Is that right? I don't think so. But that's what they're doing. Now, anxiety is not expressed. Anxiety is suppressed. That's a negative energy that's suppressed. It's blocked up and held inside, and that's where our depressions come from. I saw Mike Wallace, who's gone now, a TV personality, on Larry King's show a couple of different times, and they were talking about depression. Mike Wallace suffered from depression. And they were talking as if they really didn't understand what it was. I know exactly what it is. It's negative energy that's bottled up and suppressed. That depression turns into dis-ease, a body that's not at ease. Now, we're talking about the vibration of this physical thing that we're living in. And the dis-ease, of course, turns to disintegration. It's like St. Clair Lewis said, he said, we don't die, we kill ourselves. We just do it so slowly that nobody recognizes it as a form of suicide. But that's really what it is. Now, why would an individual do that? Well, right at the top is the cause of the problem. It's ignorance. In fact, that is the only cause of any problem anywhere in the world. It's ignorance. So how do we get around that? Well, let's go back and think. Faith based on understanding is the key to freedom. So here's this power flowing in. Instead, looking and think and worrying because there isn't what you need, you operate with an understanding. If there's lack and limitation out here, I obviously haven't created enough. I want to understand that. And I also want to understand how to create what I do want. Now, the understanding can only be developed one way. No other way. Solomon said, pretty wise guy, he said, in all you're getting, get understanding. Just one way, and that's through study. There's no other way. What do you study? You study yourself, study your mind, study the laws that govern your being. Understanding, then, leads to faith. Best definition of faith I ever heard is the ability to see the invisible, to believe in the incredible, and that will permit you to receive what the masses call impossible. It's the ability to see the invisible, to believe in the incredible. What's incredible? I'll tell you what's incredible. There's a power within you, and if you take an image and you impress it upon your subjective mind, often enough, that idea must move into form. Bill and Robert Pascuzzi and I were talking about that on the plane yesterday. In fact, that's what we talked about almost all the way here. When I first met Phil, I said, you got to see yourself getting the Oscar. He'd been nominated for an Oscar prior to a seminar, and in the seminar, I got him to get up, stand up, and make his acceptance speech to the audience. Why don't you stand up in your chair right now, Phil? Stand up in the chair. I want you to make an acceptance speech for the Tony that they're going to be announcing. Now remember, there is only 26 people. There's been 3,074 Oscars awarded. Only 26 have got an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony. He's got the Oscar and the Emmy, and I think Tootsie is his Tony. Give us the acceptance speech.
Oh, okay. He needs to go on stage.
This is not funny. This is serious stuff.
Okay.
Come on.
Thank you for all the voters for making this happen. This is a labor of love. It's been years and years and years. Thank you to Bob Greenblatt, who's my partner on this. Thank you so much to Bob Proctor, who's my mentor, and I study him every single day. Thank you to my wife, my kids. Thank you to everybody who really helped us. And this is just a great honor. And so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Give him a big hand. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get a picture filled with his Tony. The nominations come out Tuesday. And when do they? June the 9th. Okay. We will have a picture on June the 9th taken, or the 10th, as soon as he gets the Tony, and we will send it out to everybody here. Okay? Mikey there. Is Mikey back there? No? Well.
I got it, though.
Who's got it? Tommy, you got it? All right. Everybody that's in this seminar will get a picture of Phil Goldfein with his Tony. All right? Now listen. Faith is the ability to see the invisible. There's an infinite source of supply. You can see anything you want. Why would we go with something we don't want? I'll tell you why. Paradigms. We're programmed to do that. So we get an image of what we do want. We impress it upon our subjective mind. That is called faith. The faith then moves us into a physical vibration called well-being. The well-being is expressed. You can actually pick up the energy from another person that's moving into that vibration. The expression is then accelerated. Remember, on the other side it was dis-ease. Here, they're at ease. The other side was disintegration. On this side, it's creation. Now, you've got a choice. You can go that way or that way. That way or that way. This is a choice we've got. And understand, we're going down one road or the other all the time.